Lagos Talks 91.3.
What a strike! What a goal! Gives it to Sean Long! Sean Long's on it every That's a free!
You know the sad part about the Super Falcons story? I was listening to you this morning. How can you be playing football? Is it not part of the game to score goals?
Not necessary.
You have to aim to score now.
Not necessary.
It was glaringly obvious against Brazil. Yeah, I don't know.
Not necessarily, no. When in a group phase, sometimes you don't need goals.
You don't really.
Spain could have done with a goalless draw yesterday.
Yes, and so could we.
So, yeah. But then again,
where are we going to get to against Japan?
We can beat Japan now. We got three clear chances against Spain.
Of what? And we got clear chances in Brazil. We converted none.
No, but in the game against Spain, it was a lot better. It was a lot better. We improved from the last time against Spain. Unfortunately, we always knew Spain were going to outplay us in terms of possession. They outplay anybody.
Yes, true.
But I thought we put up a good showing yesterday.
But unfortunately, that good showing has put us on the cusp of coming home.
We're not out yet.
I know we're not out, but we have to score twice against Japan.
And even if we do get knocked out, I'm looking at that group, and to be fair to you, I don't think that's going to be embarrassing.
No,
that's my opinion.
I hear you. We always deal with the group of death and all that. But and then we're in the group of death in the World Cup, are we not? Relatively.
Yeah.
And yes, we still came out of the group.
It's not every day the sun shines now. Sometimes the sun doesn't shine.
I think I don't go back on it. You're already getting.
We had a solid game.
Getting up my
Jesus' chance was very good. Oshola's chance was very good. Ajibade's chance was very good. Unfortunately, we didn't take those. It just means no. It just what we lacked is composure in front of goal, because for us to have created those chances meant we had an attacking this.
So we need a finisher.
No, we have finishers. It's the big stage. Rashida Ajibade is proven. Nobody needs to question her. I think what she just did was she sort of removed her eyes from the ball, looked at the player, and the ball went on her leg. It was just a small mistake. Oshola's on too obviously she knew she didn't have pace to take on the player, so she dragged and then rolled it back, which I thought she had just taken once. You live by the sword, die by the sword. Dribble, if you pass, good. Here's this chance, the goalkeeper saved it. So it's not like she didn't have a shot on target, she did. The goalkeeper just prevented it. So I don't think it's a big deal in my opinion. We lost.
And the goal that was scored
for me, the goal was a lucky goal. It was the kind of goal Ronaldinho scored. She did not mean it. It was a mistake. She did not mean it.
You know, Martha almost scored something like that as well in the first game.
I actually even need to applaud the keeper.
She's good.
Because I think she kept us in the game yesterday. At the save just before halftime. I already put my hand.
Yeah, that one that she had to go down for.
I already covered my face like, oh no, they've scored us. But her firm hand, pushing that ball out was fabulous.
Yeah, well.
No matter.
Here he goes.
Here we go again.
Baba Femi, say something now. He's so excited. His boy is back. He's so proud of you. Look how he's looking at you with pride. This is my son who I'm vastly proud.
Look, I didn't expect anything less from our listeners. All the bashing and the lack of belief and expectation. It's these messages that we're seeing are what I expected to come through this morning. I don't think anybody who watches the women's game would have thought the Super Falcons would beat the Spanish. I don't think anybody. What we're holding out for was a draw. And you've got to look at it from a positive point of view. You look at the Super Falcons from the FIFA Women's World Cup up until yesterday's game, and what the Falcons are, they are a hard side to beat. That's what they've become. And all credit must go to the manager for what he's done for the Super Falcons. Right now, nobody, even the Japanese, in our last game, cannot comfortably say that they're going to get the point against the Super Falcons. For me, that's the positive that I take. What I was hoping for was a draw, and we were on the verge of getting that draw if the goalkeeper's placements, wasn't faulty. Outside of that, the Super Falcons have impressed me at this Olympics, to be honest. They've done really well.
Yes,
they've done really well.
Zambia were leading 5-2.
They
lost that game 6-5.
What?
They lost that game 6-5.
But they scored 5 goals.
My point is, second half, they scored 5-2. And they still lost the game. So the question here is, why you complain about we conceded, which is 1. Zambia conceded 6.
Okay, but they scored 5. I'd rather be Zambian than lose 2 games.
No, that's horrible sort of football. No, but Zambia has
good. But they can score.
Zambia are boasting of 2 of the best players on the African scene, right? And they cannot go even one step. They were the ones who almost shocked USA the last time. Or you almost shock somebody, but you never.
But all is clear loss now. We're now praising the coach
at the World Cup.
Has taken us to 2 narrow losses.
At the World Cup, we went very close. We lost to finalists, right? Zambia, what has Zambia done in the last 6 years?
Oh, I'm not. You know what?
No, but you're praising them for the attack.
No. You know what? I'm not. No. You've come.
The thing is, we all refer to it as a group of death. Yeah, we're playing the best teams as far as women's football is concerned. The very best. You know, so what exactly were you? We're just gonna, if we're gonna qualify at all, it would have been based on maybe a mistake coming from any of those top 3 teams, you know. So I think I look at it as I look at the positive side, to be honest.
The investment Spanish football has had over time, because now they have World Football of the Year. How many years have they started playing World Cup? They've been going to the Euros before this, long. But I'm saying there's a lot of investment in the women's game in Spain. We don't have that amount of investment. Brazil had all their players playing in Brazil. We had all our players playing outside of Nigeria. But you can still see there's a difference. So we need to invest in the women's game. CAF says this every time. FIFA says this every time to us. But it's like, we're saying it in 1 ear. It's coming out from the other.
I'm not in any way, shape, or form casting any aspirations on the Super Falcons. Everybody knows I love them to bits. I'm just saying, you know, we could have done a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm still, the game against, since they lost, we win 2-0, we can't get through. I'm saying at the end of the day, it's around the world. Randy Waldron is such a good coach. Then why can he not coach his people to score goals? Scoring goals is part of the game. You can't. There's no facet of football that you play and hope for a draw. You can't. In football of today, it's difficult to set out to play a draw. That's one of the most difficult results, because at the end of the day, the other team is trying to win.
Would you prefer the Super Falcons play toe-to-toe against the Spanish and lose 5-0?
I would have preferred if we had played goalless or 1-1.
No, you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. Because ultimately, no matter how we try to couch it, we cannot outplay the Spanish.
We had chances to score, did we not?
We had chances. Did you blame that on the coach?
It's possible. It's the one that puts the players. It's possible. Yes. Is it because it's a white person who cannot blame me? Yes, it was a local coach now. You guys would have been out, all knives drawn.
If a local coach performed this way,
we were here. We were here when what's her name? Desire said that a manager can only do as much. Yeah. That it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility of the players to get the job done on the pitch. The manager will tell you, this is how I want you to play. He's not going to tell you how to kick the ball. You're a national team player, for crying out loud.
You're professional.
So you do the deal.
Back in time past, when we play world champions, they will whack us 4-0, 5-0. But now even world champions can't whack us. So it shows that the gap is really closing. I think
the economy, we are narrowing the inflation.
Yes.
So basically, we should be satisfied with nothing. Because that's what we got now. Nothing.
Well, we want to beat the world champions.
No, but we got nothing now. Right now, we're on the verge of exiting.
No, what we got, we were not embarrassed.
But that's nothing.
Australia embarrassed
You're
Zambia.
Just like saying you are hungry, you went somewhere, and at the end of the day, they don't give you food. Do you understand? But you didn't start crying. I'm sorry, very poor analogy. But
very extremely poor analogy. Extremely poor. Extremely poor.
And I'm getting really angry now because that's what those are back and they're beginning to annoy. Charles dare not bring up any of these mad arguments last week, but he has you to back him up. Oh my God!
But we tried.
It is well. I beg. The girls try, but I wish they could have been. You know, let's them even register.
Why are we not saying that the level of exposure these teams have, that moment of brilliance, was what changed? Because what Patella did was a moment of brilliance.
Yeah, right? Even with the Brazilian goal as well.
It was a moment of brilliance.
Can we move away from the foul? There's a lot of other things to talk
Every
about.
other thing too in the Olympics is still bad for us.
But the other things
because
outside of the Falcons.
Is the one we're about to do today. All from yesterday coming forward.
That's disagree.
The Tigers and then table tennis.
What happened with Quadri?
Quadri zone, that one defies. I was confused.
10-5.
Leading 3.
I can understand Ofyong. I can understand Olajide Omotayo. But your own, I do not understand. I even checked. This is a player that naturally you've beaten people ahead of him. You've knocked them out with one hand. But again, we said we'll compete. I just felt that Quadri would have got into at least a quarterfinal.
Somewhere,
Then he gets knocked out. I'm like, okay, that's it. But round of 64, you're out.
That's the first
that
round.
will drop his ranking.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it definitely will. Definitely will. Also, so I think people should take a chill pill.
Yeah,
take a chill pill. Step it back. Yes, you have every right to be disappointed. But
why?
You can't be disappointed.
You don't have your right.
No, you have your right to be disappointed. If your team doesn't win, you can't be disappointed. That being disappointed is not a necessarily negative emotion, but you don't have a right to be destructively critical. You can't be disappointed. I'm disappointed. And they don't win. Are you going to be happy? What are you going to feel? You'll feel
disappointment because I won't feel disappointment for this Olympics. I'm speaking from the point of the Olympics.
Normally, if your team loses where you are playing and they don't win, maybe they had a chance to, like the Falcons yesterday. Yes, Spain is better. They are ranked higher.
No, I'm not.
You are not. You are happy.
What's the emotion?
I'm excited that we went against the world.
You're
best.
excited.
I'm excited that I went against the world best and we pushed them down.
And we lost. So you're excited. Okay, that's your emotion.
Yeah, the way Soccer is looking at you.
Like she wants to give you a dirty slap on it.
I don't know what she's looking at. I don't know.
Oh, come on. I mean, Femi, come on. I mean, there's a measure of disappointment and sadness. I mean, when the Falcons lost, when the referee blew the final whistle, it took me 5 minutes to recover.
Do you understand?
You will feel disappointed.
Something out of this game, guy. As right, we are not trashed.
I was shocked that we considered the goal, but I wasn't disappointed.
When
I said I was
he just doesn't want to agree.
I said I was shocked we considered the goal.
But you are not disappointed.
No, because I did not think that Spain.
When you started watching the game, what did you have going on for you?
I should not
going to win.
No, the thing is, that's. I don't think the idea here is to doubt his emotion because what he feels is what he feels. What he feels is what he feels.
When you're going to
why picking the Olympics?
It's a competition.
No.
See, the Olympics has an ethos, which is participation.
That's it.
So his lack of disappointment could actually come from that angle. Yeah. That's his personal experience. But watching the game,
he has mental health issues. That's what I think. I think he betrays mental health issues. How can you watch your team?
But the ego before the Olympics, you and I spoke about the games. And what was the first thing I said?
It's very tough. We all knew it was tough.
So I was not even expecting anything wonderful.
But the girls.
But what I said was, look, we just need to go there, participate, and compete.
So you're not disappointed in
our loss? We competed against Spain.
Yes, we did.
So you fulfilled my expectation, and I'm good with that. Okay. And I walk away with it.
So you were excited that we lost?
Shegun, just accept his emotion now.
I can't accept it. I was dancing.
What is it?
I refuse to accept it. I cannot accept it. I refuse.
If we had won, even I would be like, we won? Right? Like, I'll be surprised if we won. But you got the emotion that I was expecting. I'm like, okay, we got it.
Okay, moving on then.
We'll go back on the
Even boxing story. Even boxing. The last time we played well in boxing, we persevered was what? Ajagba's period. If we had gone to this boxing and we had medaled, even I'd be like, here we medaled.
Pleasant surprise, yes.
Disappointment will come if the wrestlers don't get anything.
Or if athletics, we don't get anything.
That's where disappointment starts with, because of his expectations.
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear you. But going back to Ofyong Edem's very heartfelt plea to Nigerian fans, I think
Ofyong Edem is a bit too emotional.
Well,
before the Olympics, she went on some kind of rant. The same thing. I call it a rant because maybe even she does. I don't think she believes enough in herself. Because she also spoke one time about how her state government doesn't give her any support in comparison to state governments of other, athletes in her field as well. I think, I think maybe she's being a bit overboard. People will always make those kind of comments. I'm not saying it's right for you to say hurtful things, but there will always be a level of criticism, So I think she should, borrowing your mentality, she can suck it up. You know, and just move on. Just move on.
No, I think Nigeria, but maybe every Nigerian should be like Femi, taking pleasure in their team's loss.
Idea. You go far with it. You won't get high blood pressure.
And there's a message that came in while you were reading the news about, me making excuses for the manager, but I wouldn't.
I want to take it, but I just want to read this one that is in front, because we've opened this already, from Sukomi. And Sukomi gives a good position. The Eagle, I don't think we're coming back with nothing. We have shown progression, we have learned, and I am impressed with how the Falcons have performed so far. Kudos to him, so he's not disappointed.
Yeah.
The same girls. No, it has been open since. No, it has been open since.
I'm just saying that he, like you, has.
It says the same girls scored at the World Cup. So these same players were decent in attack, but have been unlucky. I hope our luck shines against Japan. So coming from Yaba, he also added Ladamboso again. God, I beg now. I'm trying to get that message now. It says, okay, here it is. Uju from Ogba says Charlie will quickly blame Finidi for the loss against Benin, but we never blame any foreign manager for a terrible outing. But we instead blame the players. No foreign coach would take any of our teams to El Dorado until we fix our local leagues, even if we get Pep or Mourinho.
Well, that's not true. To start with, and any foreign coach that is unable to beat Benin Republic, I will definitely castigate, whether it be Finidi or not. We're talking about playing, as we stated very clearly earlier, the best in the world. I did say that playing a draw against South Africa, yes, excusable, because former AFCON winners, but you do not lose on a neutral ground. That's like saying the Super Falcons will lose a World Cup qualifier to a team like Eritrea, and then you would have no reason to castigate the manager. It's not the same thing at all, my. But
in the game, if we talk about the games yesterday, the Super Falcons missed, under a strong white man, missed a lot of chances. Under Finidi, they scored a very good goal, decent goal, Sapa conceded 2 atrocious goals. I don't see anybody blaming the players for their total lapse of concern and behaving as if they'd never seen, like behaving like strangers in that game. It wasn't that was all Finidi's fault then. No. Around the World Drums girls, they couldn't hit a barn door from 6 yards out. Do you understand? And it has nothing to do with the coach. I'm just saying, which is it? When you blame the players and when you blame the coach?
We're talking about a manager who has been to the World Cup with the national team.
Past.
We're talking. You don't talk now.
No, I'm just cutting off that point. That was, I get him before, no be property. He went to the World Cup, he got to second round. Now Olympics.
You're past. If you're looking to step forward, you can never completely block away the days behind you. You cannot. It's not possible. Randy Waldrum, against all the odds, did what very few people believe could be done at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Exactly.
So why can't
Finidi George has no history at all of ever taking the Super Eagles. Let me talk now. He's got no history of ever taking the Super Eagles anywhere. Then he gets the chance to do it, and he messes up.
I see. So Randy Waldrum gets a pass because he's done it before. I think we should sack him after this Olympics.
If you get your wife, if you can get your wife pregnant before and you had twins, why can't people believe they can do it again and have triplets?
Because I shared something with you. Doesn't mean, guy, what's this? Why are you using my personal life?
Let me read a few more messages.
It depends.
This one here says this is Spain's Olympic debut. And they still beat us that had the experience of Olympics. Next Olympics,
several Olympics.
Guy, who is this person? Usman. Sometimes do a bit of research.
Exactly.
You know that the Spanish have a history of building from the bottom.
Yes.
Nigeria does not have such a history.
But we qualified for previous Olympics.
Because you go there before your federation allows you to go now. Their own place is very competitive. They are world champions, by the way.
But we have much more Olympic experience than they do.
Are we world champions?
No, but they have much.
Are we world champions?
No, but we don't.
No, we're not.
Have we?
Have we played the World Cup final? They are the current champions. And by the way, Spain are also champions for under 17, under 21.
Is how we expect that.
We have 10 AFCONs.
What?
Or AFCONs.
What?
10
What's that?
African Cup of Nations.
What's that?
All cons. We're continental champions 10 times over.
How many wins at the Olympics? Maybe one.
Yeah. So we've been doing
good morning, guys. Fortune from Ibitameta. Canada has won 2 games and they still have 0 points. Why? On Friday, I gave my opinion saying Super Falcons will not win any game in this tournament. And Charles was saying those kind of messages shouldn't be read on the station. Why? Because I'm a Nigerian. I should not give my opinion. Had or not, we lost. Arsenal has been close, but never won the league in 2 seasons. On a story.
Ocho, I thought I bound you on Friday. How did you manage to get out?
How did you manage
to get out?
Canada had 6 points. Listen,
Canada.
I think it was. I think the punishment was a bit too steep.
Sports Zone, good morning, guys. Please, what's the name of this Super Falcons? Tell the coach that I've already brought a calculator for him, and he should reach out to me at Obalinde under the bridge. Innocent from Oshodi.
Meanwhile, you say you did see why you best bro with you. You say you did that bitch at Obalinde.
Chooks up here says it was very difficult watching the Super Falcons. There's a ton load of work for that team to do before they can, in my opinion, become a competitive team on the world stage.
Competitive already now.
Just Blaze says, I hope people that said we played very well the first game are okay with themselves now. It was clear from the first game that the Falcons lacked team coordination, especially the link between defense to midfield to attack. Performance has been disjointed with terrible passing and just sitting back to defend in 2 games. Just Blaze. TJ from Malagbado says, good morning, everyone in the studio. Uncle Shegun is right. Zambia is far better than us. We should be doing better because the 2 countries in the first place in terms of exposure and investment over the years. Zambia can at least score even if they lose, but they can't even score yet we lose. Or we can't score yet we lose. Okay. Peter from Mogba has a message. He says, Charles and Femi will never praise a local coach for losing 2 games in a row, but they will always find a way to praise a failed foreign manager. I've always said it, these foreign coaches will never surpass the achievements of our local coaches. We have this here says, I'm with Uncle Charles and Femi this morning. The Super Falcons is ranked 39th in the world. Our opponents are way above us in the FIFA Women's World Ranking.
I think all 3 are in the top 10. We agree, no doubt about that.
We did not do that bad like many Nigerians are expecting us to do. I will cut our ladies some slack.
Who says that message? Lola. Well, I do agree with you. Rankings were just like the World Cup. Maybe the World Cup gave us a false sense of expectation. Yeah?
No.
Maybe, because in the World Cup, I didn't expect us to get to the second round. So I felt, and at the end of the day, when it comes down to actually competing on the pitch, the difference, 1-0, 1-0, we could, do you accept, Femi and Daddy Femi, that in both games we could have got a draw, both against Brazil? It's not that they wiped the floor with us. In fact, Brazilians were wasting time towards the end of the game, if I remember right. And even their goal was, what's her name? Gabi, what's her name? Whatever. Fantastic strike.
That's a good goal. Both goals were good.
Both goals were good goals. And yet, we are not out of the game. That's all I'm saying. It's a different thing.
So why are you not giving us credit for not being out of the game? Yet
you're because I'm disappointed that we couldn't stay in the game.
You know the irony about this matter is you just complain about Finidi George. You were also making excuses for Finidi George back then, right? And saying, they didn't give him the chance. But now for Wardroom, they're doing the other thing.
No, because he's had his chance. Because you guys are
totally... Finidi had his chance too.
Yeah, how 2 games in charge?
No, he had 4 games.
No, 2 games.
No, 4 games.
2 competitive games.
Good morning, Sports Zone. Uncle Shegun has developed a reputation for blaming coaches every time, and it's not good. Players miss goals, you blame the coach. He doesn't leave a name, but that's what he said.
My guy, did I blame Finidi? You understand? I blame the players now.
Strongest point says, I think there are positives in the Super Falcons. The team defeat should not be seen as something unusual. We're playing with the best. We should keep our heads high. Our main problem here is that we're not clinical. The Onumonu lady should not be part of this team going forward. She hasn't shown any intent since she's been in the team. Monday Gift should have been in a place instead. We have some young women in the team, Deme, Abiodun, Okeke, and when the likes of Ainde get better, and inclusion of Oyenezide and Cole coming, we shall be better. I wish the team
to all this extra Sunday them. Those guys are mobile, they're very dynamic.
I think every player has a right to have one bad tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe that's been the case with Onumo. Now, the FIFA Women's World Cup, she was really very good. I don't hear you saying the same thing for Azizat Oshoala. She was asked, everybody demanded that she play in this particular fixture. when she didn't play in the first one. What was Azizat's contribution in the whole of the?
To be honest, I don't know why she was even called up.
No, that's not fair. Now, sister, the run of Ajibade. Their run of Ajibade, that one-on-one Ajibade, it was her sister's pass.
Okay, so for that reason, she should get a...
And Nigeria didn't consider until her sister left the pitch. Oh yeah, someone should beat that one. I hope her sister's fanboys remember girls that just really her sister down. I didn't consider until she left.
No, but guys, as I said, I'm not in any way, shape or form castigating the Super Eagles. As I said, and I'm picking my words very carefully, I'm disappointed that we did not... get something out of the game yesterday. That's what I don't think that's been too bad on my part. Yes, we know all three teams are in the top 10, but we too, in our own way, we're in
the top 30.
Whatever. But we're super power in our own right. You understand? So I was hoping that we could pull up something. This is what it is.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, Simon.
We do, at least talking. We do. We're fine, thank you.
Simon.
Each of them, I need you.
Good morning.
Mr. Charles.
What did you say?
I want to ask you something.
I know. Now let me know. Where's your face? Oh yeah. Your line is bad, Simon.
So can you call back? We can barely hear you.
As God knowing people.
No, we can't hear you clearly.
You have to call back, please.
Let's try this.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shegun. Good morning.
Dirty Chooks. Yes, what you want to say? Yes.
Good morning, Charles, and it's okay.
What excuses you want to give them?
That shall not greet me.
I should not greet you, it's okay. Yeah.
What's up, Chooks?
First thing, the whole Canada spine thing. I think, first of all, someone was actually sent sued to court and found guilty because flying drone without approval is actually a crime. So the person was given
that is one. Okay.
Of 6 months or so. So I think that in itself is like you are committing a crime to achieve your end goal. So what that end goal should in itself be like illegal or so. Then I wanted to talk about the Super Falcons. I saw both games at the stadium. I think my expectations were not to win. I think the person I watched the game with was like, if we don't lose scandalously, if we don't lose 3-0, 4-0, that was our expectation. But at the end of the day, you would expect the team to play a certain way. The only players that were not shaky on the ball were, in my opinion, Ohale, the main, the number 13, Chouala, Ajibade, and Tony Payne. Yeah, they weren't shaky. Alozie was shaky on the ball. In controlling the ball, like that number 5, I don't know how she got to the team because she just didn't want the ball. Whenever she got the ball,
she just got rid of it.
Her mind was to just play it somewhere. The ball is just not with me. And like even other people in the stadium were like, these players can't control the ball. When when like they can't judge the bounce of the ball and so other things like that. So in my opinion, it wasn't for like this is not something we blame the coach for. It's a player problem, I think, because a lot of them are like, I don't know if the word is fear or trepidation, in the sense that they just, when they are on the ball, they are just so shaky that they don't do anything progressive with the ball. And then secondly, when Oshola came in, I think everybody could see the difference. We had more chances in the last game because of her. The first game we played, the Brazil defense was so chilled that even when the game was going on, the goalkeeper went to the sideline to drink water. But this time around, the Spanish defense, at least, they had a lot of work to do. And I think even though she is not as good as she was previously, she still gives the defense a lot of problems. The last game, I think, is just they should play for pride. I'm happy that we didn't lose scandalously. We didn't lose. Like, even the goal, like Charles said, was a lucky goal. They wanted to cross and so I'm overall pleased with the result, but it would be nice if they actually played nice football on the pitch. So that's
I'm sorry, Chooks, but I don't share your assessment of Asisa Oshoala. I don't.
But you know what, Chooks? One, very well done. You are worth every penny that sponsors spent on sending you to watch the games. Very well done.
Have you gotten the number?
I'll make sure you bring all your receipts. Send all your receipts.
Have you gotten the number? The phone number you wait for?
Almost, yeah, the barriers that are in that studio, man, you cannot near me.
Mama, they chase me.
I actually wonder how pitch invaders do it because, like,
carry your placard now so she can see you.
Yeah, for placards, I actually wrote a lot of goodwill messages. I wasn't allowed to go into the stadium with it, which was quite surprising. I was told to.
Who was he writing to? Alozie. Guy, no, they follow me, they drag my baby.
If you want to be a part of us, first off, follow us across all social media pages at Lagos Talks 913 is our handle. And of course, kindly like, share, subscribe, and make sure you're part of the Lagos Talks family.